Hello, my name is Foster from Facet Networks. I wanted to come to you today to really give you a brief information on what you can do as an individual or as a business owner, small business owner, to protect yourself and your assets online. Okay, we're living in a connected world today, and quite often we all go online, but we don't take some necessary precautions, or we don't take care of the basics to make sure that we are secure online. So you can learn more about us at fastc.ca. As you can see the website on your screen, we specialize in network consultation, cybersecurity training. If you want to write the coveted CISSP exam, we can help you with that and provide some guidance and on tips on how to take the exam and pass it successfully. So let's move quickly to what I wanted to share with you this time that I have with you. Okay, today I wanted to just touch on one principle that I believe if you were to really focus on, it would help you as you navigate the sea or the web that is so ubiquitous around us. We're all involved. We all have account. We all have stuff online, and quite often we're so eager to sign up for services, but we're not eager enough to do the things we should to make sure that we are protected whilst we are online. So if you go to my website, facet.ca, I have some tips that you can apply to make sure that you are staying safe. Okay, so today I'm just going to focus on the first step. The first step is change your password regularly. Okay, so quite often we all have various accounts. We have accounts to Facebook, we have accounts with Instagram, we have accounts at Amazon, and so on and so forth. Okay, but the problem is we tend to use the same password across all 3 or 4 or 5 or however many accounts we have online, right? And not only are we using the same account, but we're using the most basic not only are we using the same password, but we're using the most basic passwords that you can think of. If you look at the top 25 passwords that people typically use, 1 2 3 4 5 6 password. I mean, look at this, the line. Some of these are really really funny and really guessable, right? So what this simply means is that every hacker knows that a lot of people will never take the effort to create a strong password, right? They will stick to the default that came on their phone. They will stick to the default that came with their router, their switch. If you're a business person, you know what some of these devices are. People are so lazy that they don't want to take the time to change them, right? So quite often people sign up and they just use this, they guess, they put some random password 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, thinking that that's secure. No, that's not secure, because as I showed you, the top 25 passwords are easily, everybody knows them, right? Especially the people in the cyber community, they know these. And hackers know them, right? So it's not like it's an information that's only to a specific group of people. The good guys know it and the bad guys know it. So when they attempt to hack into an account, they will first try these basic passwords, or who's using these, right? So what you want to do as a person who's really vested online, whether as a small business owner or as an individual, you want to make sure that you use unique passwords, okay, for all of your various accounts. So Facebook should have one password, Twitter should have another password, Amazon, Instagram, whatever else, your bank, they should all have separate distinctive passwords, okay? And I know you're thinking, well, how am I going to memorize all of this? You don't have to. There are tools like password managers, 1Pass, Keeper, LastPass, and so on and so forth, Dashlane. Some of these are a lot of these are free, okay? You can download them and then create unique passwords and save them so that you don't have to memorize all of the various passwords for the various accounts. You just log into it and you copy and paste your password. And some of these are well built to that point where you can even just click a link and it opens it up and it auto fills in your credentials so that you can log in, making life easy. So I would really admonish you to download one of these applications and use them to create unique passwords to make sure that you are not using the same password all across your account, because the danger is, once somebody gets a hold of one of your accounts, let's just say Facebook, okay, and unbeknownst to you, well, you have used the same password across Facebook, your bank, okay, once that Facebook account is compromised, they can now log into your bank account and steal your information. Okay, so it's really vital that you make sure that at the very least, even if you are going to use one password over and over, you make sure that the critical services, your banks, your medical records, those things, you have to make sure that you change your password and make sure that they are unique and change them regularly, right? You want to change them. The recommendation is every 3 months. But if you're using like a 1Pass or a strong password, and a strong password is a password that is harder to guess, okay, it's easy for you. For example, you can say my favorite food or my favorite sport. My favorite sport is more than 12 characters long, okay. It's a long password which would take somebody a long time to guess, but for you it's easy, right? And you can easily memorize that and type it in and use it. So use strong passwords, change them on a regular basis. If you have one of these password managers, you want to save them so that even if you don't change it on a regular interval like every 3 months, at least these passwords are secure and they're not easily guessable, as we saw earlier on. Okay, now as I said before, the password is the keys to your kingdom. You don't go to your neighbors and give them a copy of your keys, right? Nobody goes to the neighbor and say, hey, here's a copy of my key, take a hold of it and come to my house anytime you feel like it. It's the same principle. When you're online and you're using the same password across your account, it's just as dangerous as going to your neighbors and saying, here's a copy of my key, come into my house whenever you like. Okay, so change your passwords on a regular interval, or use strong passwords. Use password managers to help you remember the various passwords in the various accounts, so that you're not always forgetting and going back and getting frustrated. Okay, now I want to show you some stats that are really fascinating. Okay, people don't think about cybersecurity a lot, but look at some of these stats that happens to any organization. Even the banks are getting hacked. Hospitals are getting hacked. Look at the healthcare data breaches. Okay, so it's not just it's just some companies. No, everybody and anybody is a target. Okay, the goal of a hacker is not to get into 20 accounts or 100 accounts or 1,000 accounts. He just need a foothold, right? Just need to get into one account, and then from there exfiltrate data. Exfiltrate meaning you're stealing data, you're taking data out from one place to the next, right? Take the data out and use it to their advantage, or worst case, put it on the black market, right? Put it on the dark web, right? So, but it all starts when you do not use proper passwords to secure line. Okay, I'm scrolling through this to show some of the stats, okay, so that you get a better idea as to the gravity or the magnitude of the issue that we're all facing. So these are a lot of the stuff that happens that people don't talk about, right? And anytime you're breached as an organization, you are liable, right? In some cases you have to report it. Due to the nature of the breach, you might be fined. It ruins your reputation as a small business. Most small business owners don't think about cybersecurity, but you're not immune, right? I'll show you the stats that were saying that 43% of all breaches or attacks are targeted for small businesses. Okay, small businesses. So as a small business owner, you don't want to just sit there and say, well, I'm safe because I'm small. Look at this, 43%, right? So whether you're mom and pop shop or your small business or doing the thing online, you want to make sure that you are being protected, and at Fastly Networks we can come in, assess your environment, and provide you the solution that you need to make sure that you are secured. Okay, here's another stat concerning small business. Look at this again. 43% of all cyber attacks are targeting small business, right? Because they know that a lot of the small business do not take the necessary precautions or the stuff to protect their business. So it's an easy target. Like everything else in life, like electricity, it takes the path of least resistance, and the path of least resistance when it comes to cyber attacks is targeting individuals and small businesses who most of the time do not take the time to protect themselves, to do what is right. So we can help you, as I mentioned earlier, at Fastly Networks. We can help you assess your network, provide consultation on what you need to do to secure yourself. So if you need any help, if you need any a way to, you want to know your current landscape and what you could do, visit our website at fastly.ca, and we'll be more than happy to help you navigate the cyber world that we're living in, right? So do not use these simple repetitive passwords. Do not use the same password across multiple accounts. Make sure you change them regularly, and as you do so, you are well on your way to be more secure online. Okay, so once again, my name is Foster from Fastly Networks. It's great having you here with us, and until next time, stay safe, and we'll be back again with another mini video talking about emails and attachment, okay, and other stuff that we have on the pipeline. So take care, stay safe, bye bye.